Let's do this. If you're watching on CBS Sports Network, there it is. The gigantic plastic tower of beef. It's got a lock on its door. Otherwise, Rit will be all up in there. Old-fashioned. Teriyaki. All of it. Mamby. Dave the Rocket Guy starts us off. Quote, my beef is with salad forks. Why do you have to be 1 millimeter shorter than the other forks? If you were the same length, my wife would stop yelling at me at fancy sit-down restaurants when I grab the wrong fork. Do better. Salad forks, be longer. Bro, is that big of an issue for you? The little ones on the outside, that's for the salad. You imagine the trouble my man must have with the little crab forks, the skinny little ones. Trader Brent, quote, Jimmy, my beef is with people, including myself. At a party, I make eye contact with an acquaintance. Neither of us acknowledge said eye contact. And then at the end of the night, we bump into each other excitedly, pretending like we haven't seen each other all night. That's actually funny. I like that. I like that because that's new. That's different. At Mock Moda tweets, my beef is watching a snowplow leisurely driving down a snow-covered street with his blade up. Bro, you're a freaking snowplow. Drop your blade, do your job. Hey, James, my beef is with Clippers guard Luke Kennard. The dude is losing his hair, but he attempts to hide it like a bitch. He spends the whole game desperately raking his lettuce forward to cover his receding hairline. Hey, Luke, stop being a coward.
Cowards.
Embrace it. I did, and my wife is hot as hell. Casey in New Hampshire. I like that. Another good beef. A beef with another man's lettuce. Romy Rome. My beef is with my relatives adding water to the soft soap dispenser to try and extend the life of the soap. I know you are cheap, but come on. Really?
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Cheapskate bastards. Come on.
Come on.
Stop trying to extend the life of the soft soap. Come on.
Come on.
Pete in Phoenix. Hey, Rome, my beef is getting stuck behind school buses that stop every 20 feet to drop off each kid in front of their house. Would it really kill the little chunkers to walk one extra block to their home? Geoff from PDX. This is a good one. Jim, my beef is with the guy who carries a 5-pound ball of keys on the outside of his pants. Here's a tip. You don't have to personally carry every key you have ever owned. If you haven't used a key in the last month, put it in a drawer. Put the keys you actually used in your pocket. Maybe then you won't sound like a sleigh ride when you walk. Brian in Detroit. Well done. Brian in San Pedro. Quote, Jim, I got beef with In-N-Out. Not with the food, but with their bags. Not keeping my animal-style double-double and fries hot until I get home. Time to get some new bag technology. At fast food restaurants to keep food hot? I mean, somebody could invent that. Somebody could pitch Mark Cuban on that. You got to pay for that, yo. If you really want that. Or I don't know, eat it there. Or eat it in the car. Or reheat it. Come on. Hey, Jim. We've covered this beef so many times.
Come on.
Dear Jim, my beef is with shopping cart wheels. These things either turn on their own or drive the wagon into the shelf, knocking over 50 boxes of cereal, or the wheels lock up and send me over the handlebars. I am fairly certain that Kroger, Safeway, and these other multi-billion-dollar companies can afford to spend a few more cents on wheels that work. Dan in Tucson. I mean, Dan, you're right, but I've heard that beef at least 20 times. Come on!
Come on.
Lefty and KC, quote, Jim, my beef is with people who think it's their job to police the neighborhood children while they are outside playing. Hey, D-bag, that's what kids do outside. They play. Hashtag, mind your freaking business. Romy, my beef is with Kathleen in Omaha. Just because her probation officer lets her leave her group home once a week to call doesn't mean that Chalk has to answer it. Kathleen, stick with what you're good at, mainly huffing cow manure and watching horrible football. Damn, Ryan. He just smacked Kathleen in Omaha.
That's
like, you know, she's become like a beef every week for her participation in the beef segment. Hey, Jim, my beef is with the BlackBerry Bold 9900. I was still using it until recently. Knowing that the January 4th deadline was approaching, I was trying to get some important info off the device when about a month ago, it channeled its inner axle and it died. It won't turn on or take a charge, and I've got to figure out how to get about 500 low-resolution pics of my kids off it, which is proving to be way tougher than one might think. Happy New Year, Austin, near Calgary. Good job, Austin. Sorry about that, but good take. That was off something I mentioned earlier this week. Romeo Void. Yeah, I got a beef with myself that I don't have the brass to call the show. I guess I'm just a scared coward.
Scared coward.
Mick in the 216. Jimmers. I got loads of beef with these knuckleheads sitting in the JTP between shows, ripping on you and the show, then immediately trying to get their tweets read the second the show starts. Abigale in San Diego. War the Clone. Family.
War Lady Clone.
Yeah, man, they're crying because I won't read their bleep. Hey, Rome, my beef is with my neighbor directly across the street from me who still insists on inflating a 10-foot Santa on his lawn each night. Enough is enough, kook. Chad in Orlando.
Kook.
Hi, Jim. My beef is... No, hi, Jim. Do you want to know what my beef is? My beef is when someone says, this story is really funny, and it never, ever is. Bella B in Calgary. Bella, you know who does that? DJ. Dodger Jano does that a lot. And I always answer it the same way. I'll be the judge of that. This is a really funny story. I'll be the judge of that. Romy. I have beef with people that have beef with salad forks. Who do you think you are, Beauregard? Just use the same dinner fork for everything, moron. I love a beef in response to an earlier beef. Now we're getting somewhere, Geoff. This is from @FatBoyNate. That's his handle. I'm not calling him fat. He is. My beef is people that expect me to plow a road when I haven't been paid for the job. Tell your cheap-ass HOA to shell out some dough and get it done. All right, another beef in response to an earlier beef. Jimmos. My beef is with my doctor. He says I am turning into RIT. Diabetes. So the meds he gave me make me have to deal with the great equalizer.
Diarrhea is the great equalizer.
Yes, it is.
Think about it.
JR in the 414. Bro,
He doesn't care.
probably gave you that drug for a reason. He doesn't want you to turn into RIT.
Where you are.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Brad in Socal tweets, Jim, my beef is with parking lot guy with his blinker on, waiting for the ultimate parking spot while we are all trapped behind him. I could have been in and out of the store by the time you have parked. Get out of my way. This one says, my beef is with the idiots who think they can speak something into reality. Stop thinking that telling me your ridiculous resolutions means that you will keep them. Tell you what, sometime around April or May, tell me about the 30 pounds you shed, all the new things you did with your family, or how glad you are that you looked up from your Twitter feed long enough to read War and Peace. I promise that I will be impressed. Larry in Albany. Rome, my beef is with the losers that have beef with the new people heading to the gym for their New Year's resolution. Get your head out of your ass and be happy with the fact that people are trying to better themselves and their health, you hack. Nick and Erie. That's true. At least they're trying. At least they are trying. All right, let's go to the phones. It's been a big beef segment so far. 1-800-636-8686. Let's go to Wisco. Susie. Hey, Susie, what's your beef?
Hey, Jim. I got a beef with the end-of-school pickup line. Is it really necessary to socially distance our vehicles 6 feet apart? It's way more room than needed to pull away, yet not enough room for another car to pull into the line, unless you're Brad in the 360 with a tandem bike. So I find myself circling the block whilst one of those dopes is warm and blissfully playing on their phone. Move up or move out.
Too long, Susie. Move up or move out. Get in and get out. Bam, bam, bam. State your beef, keep moving. State your beef, keep moving. If you have to compose your beef and read it to me, it's not good enough. Let's go to Boise. Ty in Boise. What's going on, Ty? What's your beef?
Jim, my beef is being dialed in like the head and going 14-2 this last weekend with no skin in the game because I can't use win due to gambling not being bleeping legal countrywide. Ward Danica ruining clown tenderonis next week. I'm out.
My man. I got you. We'll get there. We'll eventually get there, but look, I'm in California. I know exactly what you're talking about. It is frustrating. It's really frustrating to have a big weekend and know you could have got paid, but you couldn't get down. Ward Danica ruining tenderoni in clown gear. Let's quickly go to Carl in Indy. Carl, what's your beef?
With the lid on the can of Spam nowadays, brother. Used to be they had this little key. You could easily twist that lid off with no danger. Now they got this massive pull tab. And, Jim, you spend 2 seconds before you rip that off wondering if you're going to lose a couple digits before you get to that wonderful multi-animal ground goo inside.
My man, nice job. Carl and Indy. Carl was like, I should not have to risk losing digits to get to Spam. All right, full disclosure. I've never had Spam in my entire life. I've been on this planet 5 decades plus. I have never once sampled Spam. I know the can. I didn't know they changed the lid top. I didn't know, but I've never had it, so I can't say. 1-800-636-8686. Let's go to Dom in Erie. Dom, what's your beef?
Hey, Jim. My beef is with my bitch-ass brother and his controlling girlfriend watching Netflix with the volume at 100 while using subtitles. Please turn the volume down. It's hard enough on my ears having to listen to that hillbilly Kathleen call in from the swamp boat with her Brian Kelly accent talking about which quarterback she wants to start a family with. I really don't want hearing aids anytime soon. And Alvie, thanks for not screwing up my name this time. You bitch.
No. You don't like that call. I don't like that call.
You want to know something funny? Well, that. You know what's funny? When was the last time you heard me laugh out loud on the show? Like that was really funny. Hey, Alvie, thanks for not screwing up my name this time, you bitch. I don't know. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's me. You tell me. Yeah, Rum, that's you. That was really funny. Like, I sometimes will stifle a laugh or chuckle, but that was laugh out loud funny to me. I mean, there were a couple of moments in that
Laugh
that
out
I thought were
loud.
pretty funny. But then when he snuck in that very end, hey, Alvie, thanks for not butchering my name, you bitch. I'm going to want that reset, you bitch, Alvin. That was really funny. I could walk off on that, but I'm going to play the hot hand. Let's go to Nashville. Chad. What's your beef, Chad?
Hey, Rummy. My beef is with my wife when the fertility doctor says there needs to be a lot more wrestling, but the stupid app on her Apple phone says not until next week. Throw away the damn iPhone, put the Apple Watch in the drawer, and let me in the ring. I'm out.
My man. Throw the app away, put the watch in the drawer, and let me in the ring. I like it. Fertility smack. Let's keep going. Nice rally. As I mentioned, Kathleen has become an entity in the sense that she is now beef. Kathleen's famous for her beefs, but she has become a beef of others because of her participation in the beef segment, if you follow me, and she's here to respond. Let's go to Kathleen in Omaha. Hello, Kathleen. What is your beef?
So, to that jackass, I do not have a parole officer. I never, ever lived in a group home. And so what? I got great taste in quarterbacks. And I like beautiful men, whether they're thick and meaty like Justin Herbert or Aaron. So what?
Good job, Kathleen. I like it. It's a good response. She wanted to set the record straight and say that she does not have a parole officer. She has never been in a group home. And so what if she's attracted to quarterbacks? And so what if they're beefy and beautiful men? Hell yes. That's a good beef segment. It's a good beef segment if you can get Kathleen to respond, and she responds well. And it's really a good beef segment if you can get me to laugh out loud, which I did at that guy calling Alvin out.
Laugh out loud.
For being a bitch. Dom. I got to hear that one more time, Alvin.
My beef is
Going
with
to break.
my bitch-ass brother and his controlling girlfriend watching Netflix with the volume at 100 while using subtitles. Please turn the volume down. It's hard enough on my ears having to listen to that hillbilly Kathleen call in from the swamp boat with her Brian Kelly accent talking about which quarterback she wants to start a family with. I really don't want hearing aids anytime soon. And Alvie, thanks for not screwing up my name this time. You bitch.
That was so funny to me because you heard me kind of go when he said, I don't want hearing aids anytime soon. I thought that was going to be the line of the call. But then when he quickly doubled down and chased it with, hey, Alvie, thanks for not screwing up my name again, or this time, you bitch. like I want to say, saying that something sucks is not a take, and calling somebody a bitch is not a take. Except, how can I not allow that? And that made me laugh out loud.
You bitch.
Just the way he said it.
Laugh out loud.
The way he tagged it. And again, I think some of you might be saying, Rome, it's not that funny. And to you, I don't know, for some reason, like there's a lot of things that you think are funny that I know are not funny. That to me just hit me as really, really funny, you bitch.
You bitch.
This the way he said it, too. You bitch.
You bitch.
All right, so tell me, am I wrong or am I right? All right, so let's break. I've got Greg Gard coming up at 40 past. Nice job. That's why we do that. Your beef once a week on Wednesdays. Let me get your reaction to it because it's going to be a shorter segment on the other side of this, you bitches.
You bitch.
Probably should be careful with that. This show is on in the middle of the day. Alvie's nodding his head. Hey, Alvin, are you nodding your head because you feel like we shouldn't be saying that? Or are you nodding your head because he called you the bitch?
You bitch.
Why are you nodding in agreement, Alvin? Are you trying to keep us out of trouble? Or do you not like that guy went in on you? You bleep.
You bitch.
That way, Dom. Hey, Dom, I apologize that we ever got your name wrong. But then again, no, I don't. Because that would not have happened. If we got your name right, Dawn. Damn.
You bitch.